In the bustling streets of a busy city, a small injured cat lay by the side of the road, unnoticed by the countless cars whizzing past. His world was already dark, as he had been blind for as long as anyone could tell. To him, the roar of engines and the shuffle of hurried footsteps were overwhelming, but he remained silent, too weak to cry out for help. Fortunately, a kind-hearted rescuer happened to spot him. She immediately pulled over and gently approached the trembling feline. Judging by his injuries, she suspected that he had been hit by a car. Perhaps the driver hadn't seen him in time. His body was frail, his fur matted and dusty, and he showed no signs of resistance as she scooped him up into her arms. She knew time was of the essence if he were to survive. The rescuer wasted no time and took him straight to the nearest veterinary hospital. Upon arrival, the veterinary team began assessing the cat's condition. He was severely dehydrated and his injuries suggested a traumatic impact. Despite his weak state, his ears twitched slightly at the sound of voices, a small indication of the resilience within him. While the vets prepared to administer initial treatments, the rescuer took it upon herself to offer him nourishment. She filled a syringe with water and gently fed it to him, drop by drop. At first, the cat's reaction was minimal, but as the hydration took effect, he began to regain a sliver of strength. The rescuer whispered soothing words to him, her voice becoming a source of comfort in his otherwise dark and confusing world. The veterinary team decided to start him on painkillers to manage his discomfort. However, to everyone's dismay, the medication didn't seem to bring him much relief. His condition remained precarious, but there was a glimmer of hope when he began eating on his own. It was a sign that despite the pain and trauma, his will to survive was strong. As the days passed, the cat began to adapt to his surroundings using his acute auditory senses. Every sound, the rustle of paper, the footsteps of the staff, the hum of the machines, painted a picture of his environment. His blindness, while a challenge, was not a deterrent. He navigated his space carefully, his movements deliberate and cautious, relying on his heightened hearing to compensate for his lack of sight. While his immediate needs were addressed, it became evident that surgery would be necessary to treat his internal injuries and give him a real chance at recovery. The rescuer made arrangements to transfer him to a specialised hospital where the procedure could be performed. The journey to the new facility was yet another challenge for the blind cat, but he remained calm, trusting the gentle hands that carried him. The surgery was a delicate and intricate process. The veterinary team worked tirelessly, addressing the injuries that had put his life in jeopardy. Hours later, the lead surgeon emerged with good news. The operation had been successful. The cat, who had endured so much, had made it through the ordeal. The rescuer's eyes filled with tears of relief as she realised that her efforts had given this little soul another chance at life. The post-surgery recovery period was surprisingly swift. The cat's resilience continued to shine through as he adapted to his improved physical condition. Though he remained blind, his reliance on sound and touch grew even stronger. The hospital staff marvelled at his determination. He would tilt his head to catch the faintest noises and respond to the comforting voices of those caring for him. His appetite returned with vigour, and he began to regain the weight he had lost during his ordeal. As the days turned into weeks, the cat's personality began to emerge. He was gentle and affectionate, often leaning into the hands that stroked his fur. The rescuer visited him regularly, her bond with the cat growing stronger with each passing day. His journey touched the hearts of everyone who heard about it. His story was one of perseverance and the power of compassion. The rescuer, who had found him on that fateful day, became his greatest advocate. She shared updates about his progress, drawing attention to the plight of injured and vulnerable animals in need of help. Eventually, he was deemed healthy enough to leave the hospital. The rescuer welcomed him into her home, where he quickly settled into a routine. His new environment was designed to accommodate his blindness, with soft textures and familiar sounds guiding his way. Despite his challenges, he flourished. He found joy in the simple things, the sound of birds chirping outside the window, the warmth of sunlight streaming through the curtains, and the gentle touch of his rescuer's hand. This story is a powerful reminder of the transformative impact of compassion and determination in the lives of vulnerable animals. The journey of this blind cat, from a harrowing encounter on a busy street to finding safety and love, highlights the resilience of animals and the kindness of humans who refuse to turn a blind eye to suffering. It's heartwarming to see how the rescuer's quick thinking and unwavering commitment saved a life that might otherwise have been lost to neglect. The bond between the rescuer and the cat is particularly moving. It shows that trust and care can bridge the gap between fear and safety, even in the face of severe trauma. The cat's reliance on auditory senses demonstrates the adaptability of animals, reminding us of their incredible will to survive and thrive despite physical limitations. His recovery after surgery is a testament to both medical expertise and the healing power of a loving environment. This story also sheds light on the critical role of everyday individuals in animal rescue efforts. The rescuer's actions illustrate how each of us can make a difference, whether by stopping to help an injured animal or supporting organisations that provide care. It is a call to recognise the value of every life, to extend kindness without hesitation, and to create a world where no creature suffers in silence. For me, stories like this reinforce the belief that compassion is humanity's greatest strength. He now spends his days in peace, surrounded by love and care. His tale continues to inspire others to open their hearts to animals in need, proving that every life is worth saving and that even the smallest acts of kindness can create ripples of change. Did you enjoy this story? If you did, please consider giving a like, tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.